The Atlanta Film Festival is one of the largest and longest running festivals in the country, on a mission to discover hundreds of new independent, international, animated, documentary, and short films.
The 49th Atlanta Film Festival lineup features 40 films with ties to Georgia, and here to share more is Executive Director Chris Escobar. So glad you're here.
Yes, welcome back.
Yes, let's talk about this because we are so excited about this.
Yeah.
But there's more features, not just made in Georgia, but we're talking all throughout genres, essentially. We've got artists coming from all over. So will you talk about what that means for this specific film festival?
Yeah, I mean, our festival was founded for the purposes of being able to showcase the kind of latest and greatest from within our own backyard, alongside the latest and greatest from around the country, around the world. And we've always done that. Normally about a quarter of what we play is normally from Atlanta, by Atlanta. The difference is a lot of times that's a lot more represented in the short films. And this time, in the feature films, we've had feature films that are shot here, feature films that are set here. We have local feature films that are owned here, but maybe are going to have a much harder time uphill or are not coming in to the festival with national notoriety. This year, it's quite different in that regard. We actually have quite a number of feature films that are shot here, set here, owned here, but also have a national notoriety. And that's actually quite unique in almost half a century of Atlanta film festivals.
Amazing. Very excited. And I know there are some specific projects that you are excited about and want to mention, 3 in particular. So let's bring it, Chris. What should we be looking out for?
Yeah, so to kick it off is the first film of the festival's Color Book, is our opening night film. This is one of the ones that's a perfect example of what I was just talking about. It actually premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival and has been picking up awards all around the world, from France to all over the country. It got nominated for 2 NAACP Image Awards. The director, David Fortune, is named to Variety's 2025 Directors to Watch.
Impressive.
And yet he's a writer-director based here in Atlanta, producing team right here in Atlanta. And so this is it's a beautiful film. It's a touching film about a young father who's bringing his son who has Down syndrome to his first Braves game.
I love that.
Which is a sweet story. But this is all in the wake of the boy's mother having just passed. And so they're trying to kind of pick up the pieces on their life and kind of start to find the joy in things and try to figure out what their new life is going to be like. And you start to see just the village that's around them, and it's a really incredibly beautiful story. We have Terry Vaughn. A lot of people know her from Steve Harvey Show, another Atlanta-based actor. We have a lot of, and then we've got some fantastic people, Will Catlett, and so it's terrific folks. They're all going to be out at the festival, right? So that'll kick it off. And actually, I'll share a piece of news right now. For
yes,
the first
please,
time,
bring it.
Which is that film has become so popular, we're going to be adding a second screening, which very few films have 2 screenings. That'll be on May 4th. 2 more films I want to be sure to highlight. One, Come See Me in the Good Light. It has executive producers Sarah Bareilles, Tig Notaro, Brandi Carlile. There's a whole bunch of incredible folks behind the camera on this film. It's a documentary, actually, that premiered at the Sundance Film Festival about one of the most successful poet laureates, probably of all time, who then gets kind of the unspeakable news. And while there's a heavy kind of piece to it, it's also incredibly inspiring story of resilience and appreciating life. And it's one of the most heart-filling things of all the years I've been to Sundance. It's probably the favorite film I've ever seen there.
That's a big statement.
So it's huge.
Job.
It is not to miss. And one of the really cool things is that both the director and the producer are originally from Atlanta.
Hey,
so we've got to support our local talent.
All right, bring in that third one.
Yeah. So the third one is a documentary called Speak, also a Sundance premiere. And it's a really exciting, really fascinating story about high school students who are participating in a national oratory competition. And at the risk of doing a little bit of a spoiler alert, the one who wins it, I won't say who it is, but they're actually a student at Emory right now, right? So this is kind of a cool opportunity of not only seeing a great film, but then being able to hear from and interact live in person, from person. So that's another great opportunity.
Through and through.
Love that. Very exciting. And everyone, make sure to go support her. You can check everything out.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being here. Yes.
You can catch the 2025 Atlanta Film Festival from April 24th to May 4th. The event and screening details can be found on ETLLiveshow.com. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for having me.